You know, lots going on in the tropics right now with that newly developed system, potential tropical cyclone 8. But also looking here at our weather, things are looking pretty good for the next several days ahead with low rain chances in the forecast, especially for tomorrow. Only a 20% chance of rain, goes up to 30% for a good majority of the week ahead. What's happening here is we are actually seeing drier air moving into the region, partly thanks to that newly developed system off towards the Carolinas, which will help usher away that moist air over us and bring in some drier air, which is an example of what we've been seeing today with a rather dry radar sweep. Now, we are tracking only one isolated thunderstorm, and it is a pretty strong one off towards Everglades City. A whole lot of heavy rainfall coming down at the current moment, heading towards Chokoloskee within the next hour or so. You could expect it to actually push out of Collier County and eventually give way to a clearing sky overnight. So our futurecast for the rest of the night ahead looks rather dry out there with the last of that shower or thunderstorm moving out of here within the next hour or so. After that, only seeing a partly cloudy sky through tomorrow morning. Starting off your day tomorrow with more sunshine on the way. I do expect a mainly or partly sunny sky for a good majority of the day ahead, plus very low rain chances. I mean, we will be staying dry through a good majority of the day. Chances are, if you do see any rain, it's going to be well east of our coastal communities. So we're looking towards Lake Okeechobee, towards the Clewiston, maybe even towards the LaBelle area. You guys have the higher chance to see rain. 20% though across southwest Florida. So a mix of sun and clouds is in your forecast for the day tomorrow, along with very low rain chances. You may want to water your plants for tomorrow due to the lack of rainfall out there for the next several days. Now, looking at our forecast for tomorrow, temperatures starting off in the upper 70s, heading into the 90s. We'll be tracking the lower 90s and only about a 20% chance of rain towards the coast, 30% further inland. What else are we tracking out there? Well, we are tracking the potential tropical cyclone 8, like I mentioned, off the Carolinas, and then also Gordon, which has now become a area of low pressure, or it has been downgraded to a depression within the 5 p.m. update. So potential tropical cyclone 8, winds of 45 miles per hour. It is not technically a tropical storm just yet. If it does become a tropical storm, we will of course update you. Right now, though, it just lacks that center of circulation. So even though it has 45 mile per hour winds, it is not a tropical storm just yet. But the PTC allows the National Hurricane Center to give tropical storm warnings for those coastal communities off in South Carolina and eventually pushing off towards North Carolina and even into portions of the mid-Atlantic states. So that's what we will be watching for. In terms of Gordon, Gordon is really weakening out there. It is expected to continue to weaken. There could be some additional strengthening later in the week, but for now it is going to be a rather weak system. So that's an update on your tropics. What we're expecting for our next 7 days, though, well, I do expect to see a more sunshine in our forecast at least through tomorrow and through the next couple of days, and then we will have those higher rain chances slightly towards 30% for a good majority of the week ahead. Highs are in the lower 90s and morning temperatures backing off into the mid 70s. This is an improvement compared to the upper 70s that we have been experiencing lately.